Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a Shop My Stash update where I go over the products that I've been using for the past 2 weeks. And I think from now on that's how I'm going to do it. Instead of telling you what I'm going to be using for the next week, I think I'm going to do every other week, just tell you how it's been going with the products that I've used the past 2 weeks. So if you like that idea, give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's just jump into it. Look, it's Luna! Look who came to join us! So we're going to start with primers. I've been using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer, and this, while it's still not my favorite one, it is growing on me the more I use it, so that one's been fine. I've also been using my Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot primer, and this is one of my favorite primers, so I've been using that the past couple of weeks, as well as the Estee Lauder the Mattifier, which is not my favorite. I don't think that this really does anything for me in terms of oil control, but it's pretty full and I'm going to use it up and then that'll be that. And then I've also been using my Neutrogena Shine Control primer, and this I've had for a very long time, so I definitely need to use this up. But this really does work to control oil. It says that it has rice protein complex in it, which I suppose is what helps to absorb the oil. But this really does work, and so I've been enjoying this. And then the last primer I've been using is the Becca Velvet Blurring primer, and this is another one where I don't feel like it really does a whole lot. I'm not in love with the texture of it, but it's not terrible, so I'll use it until it's gone. And next we have foundations. So for 2 weeks ago I was using my mixture of all my foundations that I had made, and I think that this was breaking me out because my skin was really clear and smooth and I wasn't having any problems until I started using this. And so for some reason all my foundations mixed together doesn't seem to react well with my skin, but it was alright, and I still do have some left in here, so I'll probably use it up at some point. And then after I had mixed all my foundations together, I had made some purchases for my birthday, so I've been using those foundations that I bought then for last week. So I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. This is the mattifying version in the shade Fair Neutral, and I really have been enjoying this. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail when I do my haul review video, so be on the lookout for that. And if you hear any weird noises in the background, that's just my cat. She's roaming in and out of this room while I'm filming. And then I've also been using my new Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Shell. And while I can wear this one on its own, I've been more recently mixing it together with my Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Ivory Nude. So they're both pretty fair, but this one is more pink and this one is more neutral, but this one's a little bit too yellow for me and this one is just ever so slightly too pink. So with these two together, it works out really well. Now we're going to move on to other face products. So I've been using 3 blushes. One is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Doll Face. You can see I've put quite a dent in this. I have had this for a while. I'm trying to use this up since it is a few years old, but it shouldn't take me too much longer. But this is a nice, just cool toned pink matte blush. So this is a good one. And then I also have 2 Nars blushes that I've been using. One is Orgasm, which I've also had for several years, and so I'm working on finishing this one up, but I have been enjoying that. And then the other one is this mini Nars blush in the shade Goulue, which I still don't know how to pronounce, but that's what this one looks like, and been enjoying all of those. For bronzer, I've been using the heck out of my little Laguna bronzer here from Nars. So I'm expecting to be able to finish this up within the next couple of weeks. And I really have been enjoying this little guy here. And then I also have my mini of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzing Powder in the shade Diffused Bronze Light. So that's what this one looks like. And I have been enjoying that one as well. And then for highlighters, 2 weeks ago I was using this little mini Becca highlighter that I have. This is their Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in the shade Vanilla Quartz. And this one is a pretty color. Again, I'm not the hugest fan of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector formula, but it does the job. And then this past week I've been using this BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette, and this is beautiful. So this has 6 shades in it. I've been mainly using these 3 shades this week. These 2 shades are kind of funny because this one looks white and this one looks like a pale gold, but this one actually applies more white and this one actually applies more gold. And then these 2 are a bit dark for me, but they're still really beautiful shades. And this one looks like it's going to be too dark, but it's really not. And I can use all 4 of these as a true highlighter on me, and maybe even this one if I go really, really light-handed with it. So I've been really enjoying this highlighter palette. And then lastly, we have eyeshadow palettes. So 2 weeks ago, I was using my Lorac Pro Original palette, and I really did enjoy using this. It is very basic, but when I forced myself to only use this palette, I did get some good variety out of this, so I was happy with that. And then this past week, I was using both the Anastasia Modern Renaissance and the Anastasia Prism palettes. So neither of these were on the chopping block to begin with, but I just wanted to use them, so I did. When I really forced myself to only use this one, I was surprised at the variety that I could get. So if you stick to this Bon Fresco and Love Letter and this taupey shade down here, you can get a nice cool toned or more purpley pink look. Whereas, of course, if you stick to the oranges and things, you're going to get more of a warm toned look. So I did enjoy that. And even though the Prism palette is a little bit more on the wild side, I really do enjoy using this. This is the palette that I have on my eyes today. So I have this beautiful teal color called Throne all over my lids. I've got some Saturn and Eden and Unity and Parallel elsewhere on the eyes. And I really have been enjoying this one this week as well. Well, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you're having a great day. See you next time. Bye.